Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Yashahime Season 2, Episode 23, or Episode 47, Father and Daughter. Now, I got just a few nitpicks about the episode though, but regardless, so I enjoyed it. Especially with the ending of it, which kind of almost made it worth it, but it was still a good episode, and it's sad to see, like I said, there was this characters that got on this episode, so which I already knew that Osama Kieran was going to be gone because I already knew that though. But anyway, getting back to the episode, it picks up when it leaves off with Kieran attacking Toa, which human Toa, which she got her demon energy drained, and Osama Kieran was going to go and destroy her, but then Riku, he jumps down out of the webs and almost like he was almost choking her, and it's like I say I only kill those that I love, but he was thinking he was going to kill him, kill her, but then he turns around and goes and attacks Osama Kieran, and he goes and cuts Riku down, and Toa then goes and stabs right in the heart, bleeding. It's like, I will not be defeated by the likes of a human. And then we see his green eyes glow through the glasses, and then Riku goes and throws Zero's staff, wrapping him in webbing. And then Toa goes and cuts his right hand, which had that symbol that was on his right forearm. Cuts it off, and then saying that Kieran saying, "I guess that means I won't be able to make Rion happy." And then he disappears. Well, I guess so. I guess cutting off his right hand, I guess that would make sense, because after all, he was the right arm of Kyurimaru, I guess I would be though, but I'm like, kind of his right hand, because he's the right arm of Kyurimaru. That is kind of like the first nitpick I have with it though, but I was willing to let that go, I guess. But then anyway, he disappears. His glasses on the floor, and then the Zenzakian is there. And sadly, we say goodbye to our good guy Riku. You know, I have loved Riku throughout this series. You know, he was a badass. You know, it sucks that we had to see him go. It sucks, since he's saying to Toa, the time that I spent with you made me really happy. Thank you very much. I'm so happy, and that I was my own person. And I also happy that I lived for so long, the first time in life. You know, I saved you in the end. And saying that I wanted you to survive. I was proud to live in this world. And Toa's crying. He's saying, please save Rion. And he's telling that Rion still loves her father. Despite all the bad things she said about him, she still loves him. And he's saying that, I cannot, and he goes and says, I cannot kill someone that I truly love. And he tells Toa that he loves her. And then he's gone. The only thing left of him is the horn that he was created from Kyurimaru. So, and then Toa takes it. She wipes her tears, takes the Zenzakian, and goes after with Moroha and Setsuna. And Rion still feeling angry. and she heard Toa tells them from Riku that you still love your father, and she's like saying "shut up" basically, and they're all these colored, like I said, all these colored strings of fate. And back with Sesshomaru and Kirimaru, he's saying that Kirimo is angry because Sesshomaru told him you're acting like a human, and he's saying, why am I acting like a human? And with Jock and Rin still watching, and then this is going back and forth between Toa and Sesshomaru. They're going back. This is going back and forth here. So, and but Kirimo say, I'm like a human, and Sesshomaru's like, oh, you still don't understand. You still don't understand. And then Kirimo's looking at Rin, but then sees her as Rion. And it's going back to that time. Like when he defeats something, and Rion's like smiling at him, And Sesshomaru's like, there is no value in crossing blades with you. and then Sesshomaru cuts him down on his chest, and then he's being reminded of what Toga, Sesshomaru and Inuyasha's father. He's reminded that Toga told him, like, don't bring a child to the battlefield. And ever since that defeat he had with and then there's that defeat he had with him, saying, "Oh, why this is how Rion was back then." He said, "What's the problem with that?" And they're still fighting, but he's still thinking that he's thinking that Rion was glad that her father was alive, though, but she doesn't want him fighting ever again, and that's why she stopped smiling from that moment on. She didn't want him fighting no more. But then Sesshomaru uses his Box Saiga, just cuts a bit more pieces of his armor down, and the reason why after his defeat from the Great Dog Demon, he wanted to make his daughter smile again, but she never did. And then when she died, but she wanted to. But even though Rion said that she wanted to see him, even though he wanted to see him smile after he won a battle, but the thing is though, after that she would force herself to smile. And Toa's trying to say that Rion still cares about Kirimaru, but and then cutting each string of fate is more from her heart saying though, but she forced herself to smile. She forced herself to smile. And they say that, but you wouldn't have suffered this badly because I was weak. That's what she's saying. And he said, I didn't want to despise you. Now her eyes stop glowing red and she starts crying. Cutting down stuff from all the webbing, she starts going down. And then everyone on the outside watching the Grim Butterfly, Kagome, Inuyasha, and everybody else from the outside, they're all watching that the Grim Butterfly is starting to come down. And then Kirimaru admitting that I was the blame for my daughter's death, and I've held my back since then, since I lost. Yeah. And he said, I am acting like a human. Sorry, Sesshomaru. So then his eyes started glowing red. His more of that demon form he became at the end of the first season fighting the Toa and Moroha. And then now Sesshomaru's eye starts glowing red. It's like a worthy opponent now. And so they're going to go one for one last big fight. And they go all out. And with a huge big energy burst, Sesshomaru beats Kirimaru. He slams down into the ground. He's telling him to finish him off. But then then Rion is able to make the Grim Butterfly open a portal outside, and use more strength of faith to take Kirimoto away through that portal, bring him inside the Grim Butterfly. And so Sesshomaru takes Rin and Jokin inside the Grim Butterfly, and now Kirimoto is inside, floating on the webbing, tells Rion how he really feels, but she can't touch him since she's now spirit, transparent, so she can't touch him. And all of a sudden they hear the voice of Osama Kirin, the glasses rise up, and saying that you can never touch him ever again. And this manifests himself because he said you were killed by a half demon. And then it goes right back into that night when she was killed by that half demon Sasuke? Yeah, it was Sasuke, yeah. Sagasa, yeah, Sakasa. Get the name right. Yeah, it's going back to that part where she was killed by that half demon Sasuke. I did it again. Oh well. But then Toa and Mora says that they're able to see what's happening, and then she's running away, and Kirimoto is waking up telling Rion to fight back, and then everyone outside is telling everybody to get to safety, and then but Toa Setsuna Mora is telling Rion to fight back with your own strength. She's running away, and then Toa brings out the Zenzaki and saying, "I'm going to fight alongside Rion." She's going to use the Zenzaki to drain all of that energy away. So, and then Rion sees what Toa's doing, and Kirimoto's saying, "Fight back again." And so she's now saying that I'm gonna fight back. So she brings out her own Zenzakian, and then takes one big swipe at Sakasa. Yep. And then, it's like, if I wasn't protecting Rion, she shouldn't do anything. So then, yep, he disappears, and then Toa, she got all the energy, but then she passes out once again. But and then Jokin's asking, "Where is Akiru?" But then Setsuna tells that Akiru is gone. And Mora is saying, "Can we use the Tenseiga?" But the thing is, to say the Tenseiga only brings someone back to life. It doesn't restore one's cone. So Rion, well, they hear Toa's voice, and saying that Rion, she can use her body. So Rion merges into Toa's body to make herself physical now, not like not a see-through spirit, but she has a physical body now again. So Rion goes up to Kirimoto, and she's saying, "I'm so sorry. I tried to control you. I tried to control you even though you were dead." And now she's finally able to touch him, and touching him, saying that he's sorry to have demon princesses, and now the thread of fate is now connecting between him and Rion, and Setsuna's Yukari no Tachikiri is now glowing red, and saying that Rion's telling her to sever it, and even Kirimoto gives a little nod, saying, "Yes, please do it." So Setsuna cuts it, and Rion says, "Good night, Father. Let's go join Ant Zero." And so Kirimoto's Baksekian and then the Zanzakian, they become one sword. Just like how the Tenseiga and Tenseiga, they were one sword. Here, these two now become one sword, forming the sword of. Sorry if I get this name wrong. It's a long name. Amasakuboshi. I'm sorry, I can't say the name. It's a long name. Sorry, but that's when the two swords are put together as one. I'm sorry about the long name. Asama Mikaboshi. So the show shines a light on them. They both disappear, sparkling, and they're both returning to that sword. And Rion saying, Toa, thank you for so much for your help me. I'm gonna return your body to you. So then Toa reappears along with the shows of the Riku's horn. Well, Kirimaru's horn is inside her pocket, so it shows that. And then we see Moro happy. Even Setsuna was very happy, Even Setsuna was very happy to see her because now she's back the way she was. Now she's very happy to see her sister again. And here Rion saying, thank you to all. I've restored my bond with my father. And saying, thank you very much. And says goodbye. The grim butterfly disappears. And then we get this nice, very wholesome, sweet, heartfelt moment where Rin finally is able to hug her daughters now. Which I like that as well, They both say, oh, mother, That was a very nice, sweet moment. Yes, she finally hugged her daughters. Even Jokin was asking, why did you show Kirimaru and Rion mercy? And which Sesshomaru brought a very good point. It's like, if I did that, then my daughters' hearts would not have been saved. Which, valid point. And Rin's waving to them, like, hey, Sesshomaru, come over here, And even Jokin's like, oh, Sesshomaru, you look so happy. And then Sesshomaru goes and steps on him. That was hilarious. Goes and steps on him, like, oh, you look so happy. That good old Sesshomaru abuse for Jokin. I like that. and then we have the song, the ending song that plays the outro for this. So that song is playing, and then we have our look back up with Kagome, Inuyasha with her daughter Moroha, and then we have our with Moroku Sanga with their daughters Kohaku and Hisui, and with Takashio Shippo, Hachi and Kilala, and then it ends with a shot of the wide shot of Kagome, Inuyasha, Moroha, and then Rin, Sesshomaru, and their daughters with the rainbow shining in the background. Very good ending. Although that's another. I love the ending to this though, but it's slight nitpick because this feels like it's the end of the series, right? But we got one more to go, right? So I'll talk about that preview on the next video. I'll talk about that preview next though. But that was a very nice ending. This looked like it would have a way for it to end the series, right? But if there was another episode, which I saw though, which kind of makes me wonder, would there be a third season? Now, I'm totally in for a third season. Don't get me wrong, I'm in for a third season if there is, because there are some words of dialogue saying, "Oh, who are you? What is this?" And kind of brings the question: is there gonna be a third season though? But I'll talk about that in the next preview discussion. I will talk about that though. But as of right now, this episode's father and daughter, really good episode. Restoring the bond between Rion and Kirimaru. That bad blood between the two of them. Toa doing the self-sacrifice to help Rion, and then eventually at the end, Rin was able to finally hug her daughters finally. And we're shot with everybody at the end. That was nice. And everything is now been restored. Everything is they prevented the degenerate age. But now we'll discuss the next preview discussion because we have shots of back in the future with Sota and everybody else. So yeah, but this episode I really enjoyed. Father and daughter I enjoyed. And so, but everyone, that was nice to end with everybody now together in there. So, really satisfying ending. But thanks for watching for this, and let us stay tuned for the next for the last preview discussion, say, called the never ending future. So we'll discuss on that though. But for now, thanks for watching, and it was like really enjoyed another really enjoyable episode. Really did, and with a satisfying ending as well. It was sucked to see Riku go. It sucked because it sounded like I said it sucked dick. No, I didn't mean to say that. It sucked that he did. That's what I meant to say. Because he was a very likable character. I loved Riku. And we already knew Osama Kirin's going to be defeated, so. But at the end, the relationship between Rion and Kirimaru was restored. And now everyone, all of our families, friends and families are together. Satisfying ending, though. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next preview, the last preview discussion, and maybe I'll talk about in that video. All right. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.